Welcome to Games World. Tonight is Fight Night with the Eliminator.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! Thank you, too kind! Oh, too kind! Welcome indeed to Games World. Aren't you just glad that weekend's over? What a bore, no fight nights, but we're back now. Now, there's one thing I have to say. It's a very special edition tonight on Monday of The Eliminator. As you know, we're the most successful games show ever in the history of world television, and this has rather brought us into conflict with the makers of video games magazines, because, of course, their sales have plummeted, because people are saying, hey, why buy and read about it when we can watch the whole thing with Millsy and the crew all week? So we've thrown out the hand of friendship to the video games magazines by inviting along 5 of their top players to come and compete tonight on Games World. So without further ado, please give a huge Games World welcome to tonight's contestants. So who have we got? First in the orange corner, please welcome Adam Peters.
I'm 22 years old. I work for GamesAnimal magazine. My favourite game is Super Probotector on the Super NES. As for my opponents, I think they're all good game players, but not quite good enough.
And in the yellow corner, Dave Perry.
I'm 26 years old and I work for Sega Pro magazine. I'm the world champion NHLPA hockey, without a doubt, and I'm an unstoppable games animal.
And in the green corner, Matt Bilby.
I'm 26 years old. I'm the editor of Super Play magazine. I've got an Amiga, I've got a Super Nintendo, I've got a Spectrum, I've got a Mega Drive. I like driving games.
Welcome in the blue corner, Jim Douglas.
I'm 23 years old. I'm the editor of GamesMaster magazine. My favourite game is Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo, and if that one comes up today, nobody can touch me.
And finally in the purple corner, Mr. Dave Kelsall.
I'm 24, I'm a designer for Nintendo Magazine System and Mean Machine Sega. My favourite game is Star Wing on the Super Nintendo.
So, that's what we have. Much, much more than personal glory at stake here. It's a battle royal for the whole of the video magazine industry. And let's get right on with it, because it's time to play round 1.
The first game tonight is a bit different, as we've got the cream of British games players in. We thought we'd do something a bit different. We thought we'd give them a game which truly tested all their games playing abilities. Push them to the wall, and we thought, hey, why bother? We'll give them cash dash as normal. As always, the first 4 to collect 10 coins goes through. If you fail to collect 10 coins, you're out. Icons appear throughout the game. Pick them up. They help you no end at all.
Well, there you go. Listen, here's the deal. You don't try and do gags, I'm going to try and be handsome, OK? So, gentlemen, if I could ask you all, please now, to take your places at the console. The first 4 to collect 10 are through. The one who doesn't collect 10 is out. You can start when and only when you hear the bell. Best of luck to all of you, and your time starts now.
Set in the New York subways, I believe, this time. Like I said, first 4 to collect 10 coins goes through. You fail to collect 10 coins, of course, you are out.
Oh, Dave Kelsall's off to a great start.
A flashing start, a superb start, going around the hamburg stand there. It looks like at the moment...
Matt's in trouble.
Dave's doing very well. Green, yes, it looks like...
Matt's in big trouble.
That's severe trouble for Matt there. Icons appearing, of course, throughout. They'll help their performance no end, and I think Matt should be praying for an icon. That's a speed up for orange there. Looks like Blue's going to go first. He's going to go safe first.
There's one for Jim.
Jim's gone.
Through.
Jim's gone.
Through. And surely Dave Kelsall's going to join him very
it's safe to say Dave Kelsall's going next with the speed up icon there.
Yeah.
Dave's gone. And of course, I think it will be the other Dave Perry, who will go safe. Third. Very, very close. I think Matt's still got a lot of work to do. Gosh, this is close. This is close. There's a freeze icon down the bottom. They want to pick that up. That would help them.
Coming back.
That would help them.
Neck and neck.
Yellow. Oh! Orange.
All the competitors did very well there, except for Adam Peters, who I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye to.
Adam Peters from GamesAnimal magazine. Tell us a little bit about the magazine. What do you do there, Adam?
Staff writer.
You're a staff writer, so you write, you know, giving people who play games a bit of advice, do you?
Some of the time, yeah.
Uh-huh. Right. So in future, of course, you're reading this magazine and you see the byline Adam Peters. What you think is, ha-ha, what would he know? We've seen him perform. It's a tough old game, isn't it?
Why don't you have a go, Bob?
Oh, yes. Yes. If in doubt, throw down the gauntlet. You see, I love it because sometimes they come on and they lose and they get, but sometimes they think, no, I'm not taking this line down, and they stand up. And of course, you've got me at a disadvantage because, yes, you're obviously a much better player. But then again, I do have this other one small advantage over you, is that I do have the power to say, Adam, get off my stage. Thank you, Adam Peters. Now then, we had 5. Suddenly, we've got 4. And they were all very happy-go-lucky. Hey, come on, it's only a game. Suddenly, it's got a little bit more serious. Soon there's only going to be 3 because it's time to play round 2. So, Jeremy, round 2, what have we got for them?
Round 2, Bob, is Asterix on the Super Nintendo. Quite simply, each contestant has to pick up as many coins as possible within 30 seconds. Best advice we can give is go all hell for leather and avoid the bad guys because they do you no favours at all. Asterix only has 3 lives. If you lose all 3 lives, it's the place on the level where you die. That's your end spot, of course. Very simple, many coins as possible in 30 seconds.
Oh, there we go. Couldn't be simpler. So if we're ready to start, if we could have Dave Perry, please, in the Yarra corner. Take your place at the console. We have 30 seconds, and those 30 seconds start on the bell. Very best of luck. Your time starts now.
Off we go, Dave. As many coins as possible in 30 seconds. See the coins displayed in the top left corner. In the bottom right, there's the time ticking away.
Oh, that's a wild boar, though, isn't it?
It is a wild boar. It is a wild boar, and we know all about those, don't we? 5 coins at the moment, 15 seconds to go. He's going up towards the tree. He really should be pushing through the level a bit more. In the middle, you can see the hearts. He can take 3 hits. Once he's taken 3 hits, he'll be out. 6 seconds to go, 12 coins. 1 more hit, and he'll be in trouble. So, 12 coins. 12 coins for Dave.
12 coins. Thank you very much, Dave Perry. 12 coins. Good score?
Average.
Average, and that's what we've got to beat. That's what we've got to beat. Could we please have Matt Bilby from the green corner? Come and join us, please. Now, you've got 12 to beat, but the best advice is don't think about that. Just do the best you can, because if you start thinking about scores to beat, then you get in trouble. Matt, you've got 30 seconds from when you hear the bell, and that is right now.
Off Matt goes level 1 of Asterix for Goal on the Super Nintendo. Collecting coins, as always, 12 to beat. Not a tough score. Not a tough score. Going up towards the tree, all the competitors so far are going upwards rather than along the level. They might be better off, of course, going into the level rather than vertically upwards. But he's already got 12 with about 12 seconds to go. He wants to be running through this level, wants to be getting up to more coins. Jumping on it all, I think we could have he's died. He has actually died with 12 coins.
Thank you, Matt. Go back. Go back and sit down. Matt Bilby died on 12 coins there, so we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. Let's get Jim Douglas, please, from the blue corner. Now, at the moment, I would say that Adam's got the advantage on sorry, Dave's got the advantage on Matt because he stayed the course.
I would say so. I'd say so.
We'll see.
I'd say so.
We'll see. Are you quite ready? 30 seconds to collect as many coins as you can, preferably over 12. Otherwise, we'll have a 3-way stewards inquiry, and that could take forever. 30 seconds from the bell. That's right now.
Off goes Jim. 12 to beat. Again, he's going upwards. He's using the special run ability of Asterix, which, of course, means he can get through the level.
And he's left one behind.
He is going up as well, and he's only got 6 coins with 15 seconds to go. 12 coins at the moment. Oh, got a power up there. That makes Asterix invincible. 8 seconds to go. He's looking desperately for some coins. I can see the beads of sweat on his forehead as he tries to find the coin, but I don't think he's going to. No, 12 coins as well.
Another 12. Incredible. Jim Douglas, another 12. Back you go. Dave Kelsall in the purple corner. Come and join us, please. Now, Dave, this is the way it stands. Anything less than 12 and you're out, anything more than 12 and you're in. I would imagine if you get 12 and last the course, then we'll have to say goodbye to Matt.
We'll have to say goodbye to Matt, yes.
So what you want to do is get at least 12, but survive the course. Survive the 30 seconds, which start when you hear the bell, and that is right now.
Off goes Dave. 12 or more, of course, will see him safe.
They're all taking exactly the same route.
They're all going for the same route, which I personally wouldn't have done. I would have gone further into the game than they have. There's the instability potion, which will be very helpful. 12 coins at the moment. Same as I'm making that jump, which of course is more than Matt did. Oh, yeah. Superb. 60 coins. He's gone the way, which is two. He's jumping down under the next level, which is underneath the cabins there. 9 coins.
Thank you.
In first place in round 2, we had Dave Kelso with 29 coins. And joint second, we had Dave Perry and Jim Douglas, both scoring 12 coins. But because Matt died before he reached the end of the level, before he reached the end of a time period, we're going to have to say goodbye to him.
So, how's everything in the video game industry?
Oh, it's all right, yeah.
And the magazine's selling well?
Despite my game playing, it's selling all right, yes.
Yeah, but, yeah, wait while this goes out. Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
When all those subscriptions get cancelled, say, sorry, we won't deal with losers. No, but you've been very good. And this is, if anyone is watching who's perhaps been on the show and lost and acted a bit churlishly, this is how you're supposed to do it. With grace and good luck to all your other contestants. And very, very nice having you on the show. Give it up, please, for Matt Beelby. Matt Beelby strides off into the fog with his hands in his pockets without a care in the world, whereas for the two Daves and Jim, the tension is really starting to bite, because very soon there'll just be 2 of them to go forward to the head-to-head to find tonight's winner, and we'll be doing that when you join us right after this break. Now, we had 5, and we had 4. Now we've got 3. We've got the 2 Daves, and we've got Jim. Very shortly, we're going to be left with 2, because it's time to play round 3. There we go. Jeremy, round 3. What have we got?
Round 3, Bob, the penultimate round tonight is Alan's Family 2 on the Super Nintendo. Very simply, it's a timed dash through the bathroom level. Got to get from one end to the other as quickly as possible. Again, in the unlikely event of anybody dies, the position on the level is taken. The further through you get, the better your chance of going through to their head-to-head. Very simple. The quickest ones will go through.
Here we go. Adam's Family. Dave Perry, pick up your yellow stool and hit that console, please. Right, it's the speed round. Very best of luck. As soon as you hear the bell, you can go, and that is right now.
Off goes Dave. These first 3 blocks have to be hit in the correct order to open the wall. Amazing. Taking it left to right. Top right, you can see hearts. 3 hearts. Once all gone, that's Dave Perry's game over. 14 seconds. I think Dave already down to 1 more hit, and his history is going to be... And, oh, very closely. He's gone. He has gone.
Guys, back you go. Back you go. A note has been made of how far he progressed in his 21.2 seconds. Is it going to be academic? Please, let's have Jim Douglas. Jim Douglas in the blue corner. Come and join us now. Right, you've seen what you've got to do, Jim, and you look like a man who's eminently capable. You're quite ready. Wait for the bell, and the game starts now.
Off goes Jim. Like I said, the heart in the top left, bottom left. Here's his block. Hitting the 3 blocks to open the secret door. He's taking this very well, although he's lost the heart. If he falls down any of those gaps, he'll die, which would be serious. But he's lost another one. This could be good news for Dave Perry. 1 more heart to go. Spotting the duck. That's where Dave Perry fought it. Jim's got one, and he's gone just but 1 soap bar further.
There we go. Thank you, Jim. Go on back. So, let's have the purple contestant, please. Dave Kelso. So, So, Jeremy, just straighten it out for me. What's he got to do?
Well, Dave could actually take several weeks to get to the end of this level and actually go through because the other two have died.
Right, the other two have died. So really, what you want to be concentrating on is getting through. Nerves of steel from Dave Charlton. Nothing can phase this man at all. He's ready, and his time starts now.
Off goes Dave. Right, Dave Coastal got to get to the third soap bar. He obviously is taking his time, following my advice, and taking absolutely as long as possible. Oh, he's bought it! Oh, how sad. Oh, what a sad indictment of a nation's computer journalist. In first place, Jim Douglas, who managed to get slightly further than Dave Perry. We're going to have to say goodbye to Dave Kelso, whose publisher at this very moment is on the phone saying his desk is being cleared.
Dave Kelso. Now, let's just talk through this, basically. The other two have fluffed horrifically. I have to say that Dave over there was all about to pack up his bandana and leave the room. He thought, that's it, I'm out. All you had to do was get through the level, no time problem at all. And then, well, you know, I thought I'd take my time and I sort of went a bit too slow and fell over. A bit too fell over. Yes, I would have won, you know. Oh, yeah, you think so? Maybe that's it, you see, and that's why I always say to people, don't worry about what other people have done. Just play your best, because I have to say, I'm going to give something away. I did see you in practice doing that, and you were top gun. You were top man, and we were all thinking, wait a minute, he doesn't play for a living.
Should we redo it?
Oh, hang on. You want to redo it? Let's do it. Hey, listen, Dave. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what they said afterwards, because obviously I can't say it on national television. But it was something to do with two chances, basically. Okay. But it's been a great pleasure having you on the show. A very noble loser, which is what we like to have on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dave Kelso. This is where it's at. The whole of the show is merely a preamble, ladies and gentlemen. Merely a preamble to the head-to-head. Man against machine. This is where we find out who is going to be this week's champion. This is where we play, not the penultimate, but the ultimate. Round 4. Here we go, the biggie, the head-to-head. Jeremy.
The head-to-head tonight is King of the Monsters 2 on the Neo Geo. That monster-based beat-em-up. Quite simply, it's best of 3. As always, of course, if one contestant wins 2 in a row, we call it quits there. We don't humiliate anybody. And Jim will be playing Super Dion, who is a large green monster, and on the right of the screen. Dave will be playing Cyber Woo, who's an even larger metallic monkey, and be on the left of the screen. We're in downtown Washington, smashing it to pieces. And frankly, who cares?
Right, gentlemen, we've got Jim against Dave, but more importantly, we've got Games Master against Sega Pro. Can I ask you, please, gentlemen, to take your places at the console? Very, very best of luck to both of you. Don't forget, the eyes of the publishing world are upon you, and the game starts when you hear the bell, right now.
Like I said, Jim is Super Dion, the large green monster. Oh, he's already got Dave, who is Cyber Woo with the spike attack. The little button-pushing finger there you saw in the bottom left corner is actually designed to help Monster get off the ground. There it is in the bottom right. He has to push it very hard. There goes the skyscraper. Power-ups appear with Cyber Woo is picked. Cyber Woo's gone blue, which means his best attacks are now much more powerful. A nice spike attack there too. You only can see in the top right and top left next to the pitches their health bars. At the moment, Cyber Woo is looking most poorly. But it's taken Super Dion right up the spin and dropped it to the great height, which of course hurts like nobody's business. There we go. Cyber Woo going for a headbutt attack, and he's going for yet another high body slam. Oh, there's Super Dion, very, very close, both 1 mile of energy left. Attacking, there's a bomb, anybody touches that, they will be history, they will be history this round if they touch that. I think Super Dion might have got the grab, but oh, very close, who's going to get up first? Super Dion, that's Jim, 1-0.
1-0 to Jim. Jim leads. Super Dion is 1-0 up. Get ready, gentlemen. The second game will start almost immediately.
Incredibly close as we go this battle with Cyber Woo going from a high drop attack. There's the bottom at the bottom right, telling Super Dion to press for all his worth to get himself off the ground.
Oh, very close attack. Superb. Cyber Woo's head shooting off. But he really should be knocking down some of the tall builders to collect power-ups or power-ups to collect. But better well be. Very close. 2 energy bolts left for Cyberwoo. Cyberwoo going for his favourite move, the high drop. They can go for a paddle in the Hudson room there. They want to, of course, they don't want to. It looks like Super Geon's down. Super Geon is down. He'll melt away to nothing. Cyberwoo, Dave Perry, 1-all.
1-all. We have a decider, gentlemen. Get yourselves ready. Keep it going. It's 1-all. This is
This is the decider. This is where tactics come into play. Nice setting over downtown Washington. Cyberwoo into the early attack. Oh, smashing him with a block. Huge block, and that's being used to smash. Dave not using his power-up, which he could use. He has a P, that's the power-up. He could use it as a special attack. Geon using the spike attack, very effective move there. That evens out Cyberwoo's high drop attack, which is Cyberwoo is doing now here. This will take Super Geon way down in the power stakes. Super Geon desperately pressing his button. Cyberwoo going for yet another high drop. This could be the decider. This could be it. I think it's all over. It's gone. He's gone. Dave Perry.
What an exciting final head-to-head there. So exciting, in fact, I'm going to go and have a little lie down in a darkened room. But the winner was Dave Perry, 2-1.
That's a great game, isn't it?
Absolutely marvellous game, and on the day I was just beaten by a better man.
See? Noble. Noble. If nothing else, journalists are always absolutely noble. And what's your magazine?
It's GamesMaster magazine.
And how does that rate against the others?
It's doing pretty well at the moment. It's selling about 200,000.
Oh, right. I did ask, of course, how many is it selling, didn't I? Not, oh, how good a magazine is it, because that's all that matters in the circulation war, ladies and gentlemen. But he's done his magazine a power of good by performing so heroically today. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Douglas. And that was brilliant. And do you feel good winning?
That's great. Oh, absolutely. I told them at the start I was an unstoppable games-playing animal, and I am.
That's
no
absolutely
lie.
right.
No lie.
But what have you won tonight that's more important to you than anything else? Well, of course, when you go into the publishing office tomorrow, as we all know, journalists will be sitting around with Armani suits on and Giorgio Van Damme suits on, but you're going to be the man that turns the head, because you will be wearing the most coveted garment in show business, the Eliminator Champion's Jacket. A tight fit over those stocky shoulders. So, of course, Dave's going to spend the rest of the week getting himself physically and mentally honed to perfection to come back on Friday, where he plays Beat the Elite, when he takes on the Videators, the toughest, roughest, baddest bunch of players on the planet. He is our champion. That's all from tonight, from Jeremy Daldry, from Sarah, from me, Bob Mills, but mainly from Dave Perry. Don't forget to join us for the rest of the week. We'll see you on Friday. Thanks very much. Good night.
We've rescue action at 7 this evening on Sky 1, but first of all, we find our dramatic action on E Street. Don't go away.